First things first, drop in the freaking fuel tank. Get to the fuel pump, which wasn't going on. Hopefully it's that, not a relay, but I have a aftermarket fuel pump anyway I want to reuse on this. Good thing I kind of dropped it. This seal right here, it goes around the filler neck. It was toast, man. So there was no way that was going to pass emissions if that was leaking. That piece is going to need to be replaced. Plenty of worn parts on this bastard. There's a lot more parts on this tank than there was on my 96. And I guess evidently this pump is variable speed. It's not just a relay on and off, but it's a pulse width modulated signal to control the speed to regulate the fuel pressure here rather than with a return style regulator. So see how that's going to work out for me. Look at that nasty fuel. That is gross. Wow, you've got to be kidding me. This is different than my 96, which was just simply a pump and a hose. Look at this. Flexible tube for the fuel line instead of rubber. It's just plastic. Look at it. It's all shot. Look at this. There's no way. The pump probably kicked on. It probably just wasn't able to pump it out of the tank.
Forgot to make a video clip of me shoehorning in the racing fuel pump and then soldering on the wires that are going to connect it to that style pump. And then in the next clip, I connect it temporarily to see if the car will start.
First start after like 5 years. It doesn't sound that bad. Fuel tank is still out though. It's because I wanted to test this pump, which is leaking at the fitting right now. Got my racing fuel pump down in that assembly. Wanted to make sure the polarity was right and everything before I put this monstrosity back into the fuel tank. Looks like I might have to go get some different clamps. It's leaking. Of course, you'd never know that was leaking inside the tank. This is regulated by duty cycle, so it's idling just perfect. So I was worried that it wouldn't regulate proper, being that this fuel pump is capable of 115 psi. But it'd be rich as shit if it wasn't regulating. Now these kind of clamps kind of suck. I just took those off, and I got these freaking, the ones I could use on power steering lines or whatever. They're got a bolt and nut, so that should hold now. Those old sock and everything. I don't know what all this stuff did. Hopefully it doesn't have anything to do with the way it regulates, but that thing I couldn't even blow through, so I don't know how fuel was going through that, or it probably wouldn't have. Sock. I got a new rubber donut. These to go in here. Because if you don't have a good seal where that filler neck is, you're not going to pass emissions. Evap canister, purge solenoid, all that stuff, won't hold. We'll put that back in there too. It's because I'm washing off years of dirt, just enough to see the engine. That's what all the steam is from. But I let it warm up real good. Got some idler bearings that are shitty on this. But I do get a little bit of a slight knockdown from below on this thing. Not that bad, but the oil looked really nasty anyway in this thing. Sounds pretty cool. Always love the sound of a Mustang with Flowmasters. Even if it's a stock 2-valve, man, it's... low fuel. So it's not 80-something thousand, it's 104,000, but still like 70,000 less than the last Mustang when I got it.